I'm back. Isn't it great when you get everything done? You get everything done and you got all the time in the world. That's where I'm at right now. I do have some things to do, but I'll do that after I paint. I'm going to paint another landscape here for you. I'm going to go pretty quick on this one. And I went back to my better paint. I'm using Utrex, Liquitex. Let me get some water. I was just working on a still life, and it was like, it's been an hour, so I'm going to do something different. I'm trying to get new subscribers. I wish I could tell the algorithm, send this video to more people. Yeah, some cherry Pepsi. There you go. Maybe if I get a sponsorship from these guys, I'll only have to do one painting a day, not 5. But this is fun. This is really fun. Ruben's still alive, so that's good. I see Ruben's in the chat room there. Let's see, I gotta mix some colors. This painting, it's gonna be a lot of different mixing, so I get some different things going on up in there. So it doesn't look, I was using Winsor and Newton for the last probably 5 paintings, and they all tend to kind of get the same look. So these are all different colors now. These are Utrecht paint. These are like level 3, 4, 5. Really good paint. Like they're Alzerian Crimson, man. So I'm gonna put a little white in the yellow like I usually do. Here's what I usually do. We'll whiten up that yellow just a bit. Now whatever's left on my knife, I'll add it into the yellow ochre. Just to brighten up that yellow ochre a bit. And whatever's left on the knife now, I put it into my burnt umber. Just like that. That way it's getting another color in there. And you get different, then it looks different than what the paint in the tube looks like. My sap green, I don't even clean my knife. I just leave the brown on there, grab some black, and I'll darken that up a bit. This is what I use for all the dark trees and stuff. And you could put as much, you don't have to put a lot of black in there, but I like to darken it up because I always highlight the trees anyway, so. But then it gives you a natural shadow in there when you're done. And then I'll move on to this green. I'll add some yellow into this green so I have a lighter green. This is how I get it prepared before I turn the video on. That way you don't have to see all this part. So then I got a light green there, and then what I'll do is take a little here and add a little white to it. Then I'll get even like a lighter green. So I have like 3 tones of green ready to go here. And then now I gotta wipe my knife and mix the blue. I noticed on some of my older paintings I did like a gray sky. No blue in there, so I'm thinking, and it looked good. I really liked it. So what I'm going to do is kind of make a grayish blue sky is what I'm going to do. I need a little more black. So what I'll do, I'll mix it over here. I'll take a little, there's a little green on my white, but that's all right. Oh, plus I want a little green in the sky too. A little black. We'll make like a light gray for the sky. And then I'll add a little ultramarine blue in there. Just a little. And I think I'm going to use that in the sky. Then I'll mix, I need a little light gray here for the mountains. This is how I get ready for the video. Most of then it's already done. You don't have to wait for me to mix it. I do it a lot of different ways, but this is good. Now it's ready to go. All right, let's go. It's a small painting, so I don't need to use much water. Okay, this is I'm trying to get some small paintings ready for the art shows. So let's start off with some of that gray I made with the blue in it for the sky. Let's just put it up there. This will be like the undertone as well. This is a Forensi brush. This is one of the more expensive brushes. And I'm going to go fast on this one, so to show you, sometimes you can go fast and then make it look pretty good. Okay. I think I'm going to do some rocks in this one, man. That one I did with the rocks down here, man, it looks so awesome. And I have an idea, like I want to do some rocks down here, like this again. And then have it, like, shooting off to the side here. Maybe, and tying into a hill back here. And make it like a bridge going across the landscape here, but that'll be another day. So now I'm going to try and put some blue up in here into the gray. I don't know what this, maybe this is going to be, Ruben's probably going, why are you doing a dark sky? He's got tornadoes going on where he's at. I'll lighten it up. It'll still be, like, I'll put some blue up in there. I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'll do some clouds and then put the blue in later. It'll look cool. So what I'm going to do is put a big mountain up here. Pretty big. All the way across the painting. Pretty big. You know those rocks I was doing the other day in the foreground? It's it kind of opened my eyes up a little bit to see things in a different way, you know, when you're painting. That's half the battle. Half the battle is like, you know how there's some people that can really do, like, they can look at somebody's face and then just draw it? Like, to me, that's pretty amazing, you know? Because I think faces are hard. They're easy to draw, but they're hard to paint. Painting them is it's a different story. So I want to use a light green here. Just get some hills going in here. And then I'll put a yellow one over here. Yellow ochre. And I'm going to bring this yellow ochre all the way down. Let's see who's... Mary Ann's back. Right on. Oh, you going to bed, Mary Ann? All right. Thanks for watching today. I know it's late where you're at. Mary Ann helped me with the still life I did. Picking out things to put on the table. Hey, Arthur! Arthur's back. Wow. Oh, you missed a lot, Arthur. I went to Oregon with my band. We played there on the weekend. We played at 2 vineyards. I don't know if you guys like wine. I saw how they made their wine. I got to take pictures of the vineyard. Yeah, it was fun. The both vineyards were booked out when we were playing there. Because you have to reserve a table and stuff. But they would have still let you come. I mean, there was standing room too. I'm going to try this Algerian Crimson I was telling you about. So the last 4 or 5 paintings I was using Winsor & Newton. So here, this is Utrecht paint here. This stuff is really good. It's a level 3 acrylic red, Algerian Crimson. Look at that. I'm going to make my valley like, if I put yellow in there, it would like look like fire down there. So this is what I think I'm going to put up in the sky, Daniel, and try and light the sky up a little bit here. Even though it's gray, we'll put this Algerian Crimson up there. And I think I can go a little higher, because I'll put some cool clouds in this painting. There we go. Look at that. Yeah. I think that's going to look good. I'm not going to... I usually would put white back here, but I'll do that when I do the mountain. let me put my rocks in here. Oh, Arthur, you missed these rocks that I do in the foreground here. I'll do it on this one here for you. They come out looking so cool, man. It's like, if you're an artist, you got to give this a try. I mean, just do this part down here that I'm doing in one of your landscapes, and it'll look really cool in the foreground. Look at that alizarin crimson mixing with that black. Wow, that looks amazing. It's still on my brush. So these, when I come back to this is going to look like 3D rocks down here. It's pretty cool. Let me do the mountain now. I can't get anybody to subscribe anymore. It's like it's on a stall, you know what I mean? You probably always hear me talk like about this sometimes, but I can tell like when YouTube is really not shopping my videos around. But I mean, you guys are coming back. That's great. But they're not bringing me like new subscribers as quick as I think it should go. But that's just me. Look at all those peaks I made. You probably didn't see all those little bumps I made, but I made a whole bunch of them so I could create, you know, some more peaks up in here. I don't know how well it's going to turn out, but we'll see. Wow, it's a lot of snow up there. I think it'll look all right. I'll put some hills here. Cool. I don't know where I left off on what's been going on, but I did order I ordered a clover go from my bank so I can start collecting with credit cards now and debit cards, which is kind of cool because last year I went to all those markets and all I could do was take cash and Venmo because I didn't have anything else. So now, as soon as I get that Clover device, it kind of hooks up to your iPhone, and you can take credit cards. Because I like selling my paintings. I don't know if you know the story about Bob Ross. He didn't sell any of his paintings. They're all still in the factory, packed away. If you ever watched that show about Bob Ross, but you know how he always gave advice about selling your paintings, and he never sold any of his. But I sell a lot of paintings, man. Like, I mean, why else would you be an artist if there are some people I know at work, because I work at Michael's just to eat, and those artists there, they're afraid to sell their paintings. They, it's the weirdest thing. Like they don't want to sell their artwork. I guess I can understand that when you, if you're just starting out. This, I like doing the knife work. You can really make this mountain look cool with the knife. Wow. You know, I put that Algerian crimson up there, and man, look how much it makes it just pop. It makes it pop really nice. I think I need to lighten this up though back here. It's a little too bright back here. I think I'll have to take a wash of white across there to lighten it up. It's looking pretty good though. I gotta go shopping after this live. I'm out of paper towels. Look, I keep using the same one. Let me see if I can blend some of this white into that red. I think it'll come back. It won't. It'll soak into the red and come out again. You got to soften up the bottom of your mountain. Get rid of all those edges or it won't look right. This is just a clean brush with water on it. It's the same way you do with oil paint, except oil paint you'd be using a mop brush here, really lightly, going across your oil paint. You get the same effect. All right, it still looks red in there. You can add more to it. Make it brighter. If you want to bring back some of the brightness. That'll work. I think my clouds are going to look cool over this red. It's just going to be a cool looking sky. Boop. Cherry Pepsi, huh? Carlotta. Carlotta in the house. Yeah. No, actually, the Bob Ross documentary is not that bad. I mean, what else do you expect? Like, even these musicians, they sign a contract with the record company. The record company gets 90% of the profits, you know? It's the same thing with Bob Ross. He signed away. What happened, he had a third of the, he had 51% of the company, so he was in charge. But when he died, he gave half of it to his son and half to his brother, and then that gave those people the majority. They owned more than those two, only owned 25%, 25%, and they had 50%, so they could do what they wanted. That's when the bad stuff happened. After Bob Ross passed away. Because then those two people had the majority of the company. All right, I'm going to do some dark trees in here. I should work my ground first. Yeah, I didn't even work the ground. Let me work the ground first. So usually on this yellow ochre, I'll take some like dark brown and just create some hills in here. Just like that. It creates like ridges there. And up here I'll take some, I'll lighten it up first. Good enough. I think I want to fill in this little valley with trees. So what I'm going to do is check this out. I'll kind of make like it'll look like some kind of insignia here. Wow. I just made a forest back there. How cool that looks. I got my old fan brush back. I bought a new fan brush, but it doesn't work like this one, so I'm still in search for the right fan brush, you know. They used to sell these at Michael's. These are the ones I like. It's an oil brush, number 2, but they don't sell it anymore. So I'm like having a hard time finding these brushes now. So I keep hanging on to this one. But it's pretty wore out, you know. Cool. Let me do these rocks before you leave. I don't know if Arthur's still in here, but check this out. This is really fun. Uh, so if you're an artist, try using this in one of your paintings. So take some white and just put some white like up top like this, like it's the flat part of the rocks here, right on top. Create some like stepping stones there. Okay, and then I'm going to put a few here in the middle. So like you could step up there. All right, now here's the fun part. I'm going to use this color I used on the side of the shady part of the mountain. Now take your knife, come underneath the white now, and pull this color straight down. You don't have to cover all the black. Let some of that black come through. Pretty cool. There we go. I kind of like that. I made it, now you could take some black now and really create some shadows where you think the sun would not be hitting. Mostly on the inside here. let it mix with the gray uh, underneath there. Get those colors to mix. Something like that. You can work it. You can work it as long as you want. Doesn't that look cool? I think this needs a shadow here. Wow. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. All right, now here comes the fun part. I'm gonna do a bunch of trees right now because I want to fill this in. Got my world is in the way. My crazy world. It's hit me in the face. Look at that. Wow. That looks amazing. Every time I do a tree, it's like they always come out a little different because I like to fill it in like that. Uh, because when I go to highlight it now, I can really put the highlights wherever I want. But man, that looks so wicked. This color, the dark color over these colors, it just looks amazing. I'm gonna put a few little trees out here. To get some depth going. And then I want to have a big tree here. I like the way they look over these rocks. They just they look cool. It looks so good over this brownish color, you know, this dark color. It really, the contrast. I really like contrast in my paintings, as you can tell. So the fun part about highlighting, I got some light green here already made. So I'm going to highlight just the top part of some of these branches. Just the top part of them. See that? And then it really brings the tree to life. And I left some of the dark in here. If you're new to painting, you don't want to cover all of it with you want to leave some of the dark color underneath. So see how I'm just doing the top part of the branches here at the bottom? Just the top part. Just on the right side of the tree, because the sun's not going to get around to the other side. You can go part way. If you do hit that back side, just lightly put color on there, like just a little, because all this is in the shadow. Just like that. Look at that tree. Wow. See the shadow here? I used to get, I had some people complaining that they never saw shadows. Well, I mean, I put the shadows go in while I'm painting, you know. The way I paint, it creates the shadows. Like the shadows here underneath the tree is dark underneath, and then it's on the other side. I could cast this tree maybe out here into the ground, but I don't know if you really need it. I could darken the top of this rock, because I think this would be casting a shadow on this rock. I'll show you how to do it. It's really easy. I kind of like this. I'm going to do the clouds now. Let's see who's in here. Yeah, well, pink and green are like complementary colors. It's the complementary colors that I don't really like, but well, red and green. Look at my hands. Ah, I gotta wash my hands with soap. You know what they need to do is make a Pepsi can with paint colors on it. Man, that would look wicked. I'm not the kind of artist that likes to pour paint, but you could make this look like an abstract can, you know. Let me do some clouds real quick. I'm using Liquitex white, so I'm hoping I get some better clouds than I did with the Winsor & Newton. So this white is a lot better than Winsor Newton white. That's how you get one big cloud up there right away. Wow. That was quick. I just filled up my sky. You know what also looks different about this painting? I never lightened up the top of the mountain. Where's my? I'll have to use my small filbert brush for that. Because it won't look, the mountain won't look right if you don't have a lighter color around it. So you can just use a washed down white on a wet brush around your mountain peaks. They'll end up looking like clouds coming over the top. But if you don't do it, you're not gonna, the mountains aren't gonna stand out as much. So I would recommend you do it. Look at that. Wow, what a difference. What a difference. All right, this is coming out good. Let me give you a front shot on it so you can kind of see what I'm seeing. See that? I forgot all about my, you know what else painting does is it helps me quit, I already quit smoking. It's been a year, but I still do the vape every once in a while. But look at that, I haven't done the vape for over an hour right now. You know what I see that I could do every time I look at it, you get ideas. Like right down here, I could put a bush like right here. Because these trees look cool over the rocks here. You see that? There's a bird chirping, yeah. That's next on my list, guys, is to start putting, either humans in here or animals. I don't know. It's going to take some time. It's not as easy as you think. Because, I mean, you can put, if I put a bear in here and it looks crappy, it's going to ruin the whole picture, man. It's it's got to match the style that you put the paint up in a certain way. You got to do those animals the same way. It's kind of, it's weird. That's why I only do those little birds in the sky. They're real easy to do. The It's like a, there's a different one you can do. It looks like an M shape. Arthur, I'll see you later. I'm glad you stopped by. You got to see the rocks. Let me put in my, let me show you how I do these branches now. I'll do it with a knife, and they look a lot sharper. Because sometimes my brush just doesn't work right. So it's got to be an easier way, huh? All right, good enough. Let's put a tree trunk on these. I haven't done a tree trunk in a while. Cool. All right, let me put the birds up there and then I'm done. What time is it? 6:20. I still got to run and get a few things. Yeah. Need a new liner brush. Alright guys, that's it. I really like this one. It some different colors. I like the rocks. Carlotta, thank you. You know what it needs? Since I got some pink up here, it needs, I think I can get away with a few pink flowers down here. Let's see if it'll work. Maybe down low here. Just right here in this corner. And maybe a few over here. There we go. There's some flowers. All right. I used to, like, a lot of artists will do this. I did it just recently. Like, when you do your flowers, I used to, like, put one here, 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 all the way across. It looks better if you group them in a section like that, okay? It really does. Instead of having a random one here, here, all the way across, keep that in mind when you're doing your landscapes. All right, guys, that looks good. I like it. Well, I got 6 likes on this one. That's probably the most I ever got on a live. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm off. I don't have to work, and I'll probably start painting early in the morning. Tonight, I'm going to start tagging some art, so I'm probably done painting today. I got to start pricing them, get them ready for the art shows coming up. Wow, I did this one in an hour. Check that out. I knew I wanted to go faster, and I did go faster. All right, have a good night, everybody. Happy Saturday. Cheers.